Every year we get to this point, and every year it always ends up folding out the same way, Purple.
I've never seen you with as many notes in front of you.
Everyone gets a little sort of insular.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I didn't know about it, because I wouldn't have been able to sleep last night. Just on Twitter, a lot of love for Peter Jackson. Straight down the line, impressive.
Absolutely.
It's just honest, open.
Good.
Love it.
All right, speaking about honest and open, the 360 feedback, the real leading team style. Look at Spud, still notes on Spud.
A lot of people understand what it is. Just explain it. This is something that's revolutionised a couple of footy clubs, because there's a lot of fractious in-house fighting, backstabbing, sort of saying one thing and then getting around the corner and saying another.
Yep.
Warrior
People being disingenuous.
Corridor meetings. Warrior says one thing, then rings you on the way home and says, what about that? So this is about getting it on the table.
That's it.
And the difference between this and our normal fighting that we do is if you are in the gun, it's your turn, you have no choice but to sit there and cop it.
Yep. That's
it. Cop it un-Ackermanis-like.
Unless you're asked for comment at that point, maybe.
Don't put riders on it, Purple. You sit there and you cop it.
You just sit there and cop it.
All right. So, Gary, you're opening the batting, yes?
Well, I'm going first.
I think you're going first.
Oh, bring it on.
As in...
No, we're going guess.
Oh, going guess. All right. Well, do you want me to open it?
Yeah, you open it. But
That's
all
the
right.
order.
Well, I'm happy to get started.
I don't even like looking at you.
I'm happy to get started.
You got to look. You got to
Two-
eyeball.
You don't.
Two-
You do.
No.
Too grumpy, Gary, you've been lately, for my liking. Way too grumpy. We know your team's battled, but you got to come into work with a smile on your face and get on with it. I'll be brutally honest.
I'm just going to write these.
The North Melbourne Football Club have had pretty ordinary patches through the last 5 years, but I've turned up, Gary, and got on with it without being grumpy. There's the first thing. Second thing, we've all had scrapes on our knees.
Yeah.
Well, Purple hasn't. But Spud and I have had scopes. You're out the same day, Spud, and you're running the next day.
Nearly died 2 years ago on a bike. I did not even worry about it.
He's hobbling around like an old mole.
He actually put the limp on the Footy Show Thursday night to say, have a look at me. Victoria Cross for bravery.
We expect more from our main man than that sort of behaviour. That, that look at me hobbling away.
Showing everyone.
That's it.
Boys,
That's
man,
it.
get me on.
That's it.
It's a bit over the top,
We
guess.
expect more from our main man.
I tell you what.
It's embarrassed us a bit in the grander environment. Purple?
Pain thresholds, really. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about you too, guys, because I think this Melbourne thing has got to you. But I was particularly worried about a conversation we had either late last week or early this week. And I don't mind bringing the Triple M family into this, because even though it might have been a private conversation, they're part of our lives. They're part of our lives.
So, hey,
they are. And they need to be made aware of something you and I discussed, and it was involved your cat at home, if you recall the conversation.
Oh, no. Oh, come on.
No, I think they need to know, Gaz, and they need to know that this cat, it seems very intelligent and very smart, and you've got a beautiful relationship with it, but I like the way it watches you read the papers, and then it likes the way it follows you into the bathroom and rinses its mouth out when you rinse your teeth out. But Gaz, Gaz, you need to be honest when you answer this question. Did you say to me, and you said it seriously, did you say to me that your cat actually talks?
Gary.
Oh,
you did not say those words.
Did you say your cat doesn't meow, it talks?
What? You're going down a
Gary,
real dangerous path.
Did you say that?
Private conversations can't come up, Jim.
No.
What does it say, Gaz, just for the benefit of our Triple M family?
Walk. Oh, yes, it does, Jim.
Oh, where are we at? Oh, something's wrong. Something's gone wrong with him.
Anesthesia.
I am worried about you, Gaz. I just thought people need to know that.
Spud?
Well, I don't know where to start with this one, because we go a long way back. And you always said to me, Gaz, at AFL Land, when we used to go to those press conferences on a Friday, we'd go down to Shanica's, have some pasta with Gavin
Greatest
Brown,
time of my life, Spud.
and then we'd go back and Lee Matthews and Kevin Sheevy doing the...
That's right.
And I'd be behind doing a few raspberries, behind. But the word disingenuous now has come to the forefront with me, because after the Chomp incident that had been picked up by JB, and you ran with the... you just were so excited about it all week, the texting, to give it to me, the guy out of all us four that you've known longer, has cut me to the bone. And I think you've become really petulant. But no doubt grumpy. You're up yourself. You're a bloody sook with this knee. Like, who gives a stuff? Who gives a flying toss bag? You've been like Pontius Pilot with the Melbourne scenario. You just wash your hands of it, and you just, I don't know. I just.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh,
It's
no.
been in good spirit up until
I've had to get it off me chest.
Let me write down a couple of other things. If that's the path we're going down.
All right. There you go. That's 360.
Look at
That's
JB
honest.
look away with the last one. You told me to say.
Wait.
Warrior?
What we've just
I can't.
done is open up a whole new
Oh,
deal.
Spud.
I'm going on to my other page.
You can't offload 360.
No.
You've got to accept your own feedback.
No, it's my
All right,
own
can we have
feedback.
Spud now? Please, please, please.
No,
No,
Spud's
No,
always
Spud's last. We know. You know.
Spud's always last. All right, purple.
Oh.
We going on to purple?
Yeah, all right.
Oh, you want to go first, Gary?
Warrior, listen, you're a nerd. And stop trying, stop trying to be cool, okay? And you tried to do it in a number of different ways and none of them work. And it's up to me to tell you, you're a nerd. And your latest incarnation is you're trying to dress trendy and it doesn't work, Warrior. You haven't got the frame, all right? It's just something that doesn't hold clothes well. So stop trying your dark denim, your sexy sort of frames, your fur-lined jacket, and your black high-top sneakers
no.
with your jocks hanging out of your bloody ass.
I don't do that.
Hey, now, Warrior,
I'll
No
copy other
answering
stuff.
back, purple.
listen, no talking. You're a nerd. Embrace your inner nerd. Your look is this going forward. A plain chino, flat front. You whip yourself down the Clarks and get yourself a pair of brown lace-ups. You get a button-down long-sleeve shirt
Yes.
in 2 different colours and you rotate them. And if you want to push the boat out, go to Harris Scarfe and get something from there. But you are a nerd, and that is the bottom line. So stop trying to pretend you're anything else. And last night, when I tried to put your footy credibility on the record, right, I was the one who copped it from Jim
Yes.
and from Chief, who said that I was making a fool out of you. I didn't want to say this, but what they didn't know at the time was you slipped me a note. I actually kicked 10 goals in a game with
Purple.
Steven Alessio. That is a fact.
Purple.
Warrior
Did you do that, purple?
I did do that.
pushed himself up and trying to make himself something he's not. You're
Come
a
on.
nerd reporter, and that's the bottom line.
Who do you
Right.
play against?
Well, you don't know. We haven't got to that. All right, my turn.
Oh, you
Purple.
here we go.
It hurts me to bring this up, actually.
Well, just
It
bring it up.
genuinely does hurt me to bring it up.
No, it doesn't.
But ringing Brent and Tim from the Footy Show on the day of the show saying, I've got enough, get me on. I think it's worth 3 live minutes. Players rolled an ankle or some bloody thing. Purple will be the judge of whether it's good enough to get on. And if it's good enough to get on, Gaz and I might hand you a couple of minutes of our best time. Otherwise, no. That's all I've got. I can't do any more than that.
Oh, no,
I'm my
you-
man.
you built this up.
We've been through the curling wand. We've been through yes Gaz, no Gaz, 3 bags full Gaz. You know, the latest scenario from last year. But now we all think your head is welded to Gaz's dags. It's just we think you've just turned into an icy pole. The way you stand there in the Footy Show, and I've had to bring it up for. And it's only my opinion, but the amount of times they roll to you, and you've been outstanding at the start of the year, outstanding. But the last month, mate, you've actually they cross to you with this little iPad standing there like a little nerd. And yes, Gary, I've got some breaking news.
Did it.
These little beady eyes are going around. There's nothing. It's like the Penski File at the moment. You open an iPad up and there's just nothing there. And you fumble your way through. And you're actually stealing. You're stealing some material now.
Oh, no.
Listen to the Thursday Night Footy Show.
A serious injury to St Kilda's Sam Fisher. It's a foot injury. He's had it since the pre-season. He's struggled with it all year. Intriguingly, he's been named in the Saints team tonight. He's missed a week most recently with it, but it is serious enough that he's been told he has to have surgery, and that when he does have that surgery, he will be out for the remainder of the year. It's an injury that is similar to the one that was suffered by Leighton Hewitt, and that's the one that's curtailed the latter stages of his career.
Okay, let's roll back to last Saturday at the MCG with Michael Roberts' injury report.
he had an operation before the start of the season on his toe, and that was supposed to relieve a lot of pain. It went pear-shaped. He's gone backwards, so much so they didn't play last week against the West Coast Eagles. They're going to have a bye, and then they play Melbourne next week. So I would be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play against Melbourne, and he's going to have a second operation, or wants to, a bit like Leighton Hewitt.
Purple. That's Robbo.
You're getting Robbo's gear. That's how bad you're going. No more. Look at him. You're low the sharp. You're stealing Robbo's stuff.
We need to go to a break. We need to go to a break. And continue 360 after this.
You've lost it. Have a holiday, Warrior. Next Thursday night. Rolling that stuff out.